Hmm. Class 12 English Vistas Core Course Chapter 2 The Tiger King. The Maharaja of Pratimbapuram is the hero of the story. He may be identified as His Highness Jamdar General Kiladar Major Sata Vigra Simhari Maharaj Maharajendra Vishwabhuvna Samrat Sir Jilani Jung Jung Bahadur MAD ACTC and CRKC, but these names are often shortened to the Tiger King. I have come forward to tell you why he became known as Tiger King. I have no intention pretending to advance only to end in a strategic withdrawal. Even the threat of the Sutka bomber will not throw me off the track. The Sutka, if it lies, can be beat the hasty retreat from my story. Right at the start, it is imperative to disclose a matter of vital importance about the Tiger King. Everyone who reads of him will experience the natural desire to meet a man who is indomitable courage to face, but there is no chance of fulfillment. As Bharata said drama about the Shastra, the Tiger King has reached the final abode of all living creature. The other word, the Tiger King, is dead. The manner of his death is a matter of extraordinary interest. It can be revealed only at the end of the tale. The most fantastic aspect of his demise was that as soon as he was born, astrologer had foretold that one day the Tiger King would actually have to die. The child will grow, become a warrior of warriors, heroes of heroes, champions of champions, but they will they bit their lips and swallowed hard. When you compelled to continue, the astrologer came out with it. This is a secret which should not be revealed at all, and yet we are forced to speak out. The born child under the star will one day have to meet its death. At the very moment, a great miracle took place. An astonishing phrase emerged from the lips of the 10-day-old Jilani Jung Jung Bahadur, a wise prophet. Everyone stood transfixed and superfaction. They looked wildly to each other and blinked. Oh, a wise prophet! It was I who spoke. This time there is no ground for doubt. It was the infant born just 10 days ago and has announced the word so clearly. The chief astrologer took off his spectacles and gazed intently at the baby. All those who are born will one day have to die. We don't need to prediction to know that. There would be some sense in it you call is the manner of the death. The royal infant uttered these words in the little speakly voice. The chief astrologer placed his finger at his nose in the wonder. The baby, barely 10 days old, opened its lips in speech. Not only that, it also raised intelligent question. Incredible. Rather like to be bulletin issued by the War Office than facts. The chief astrologer took his finger of nose and fixed his eyes upon the little prince. The prince was born in the hour of bull. The bull and tiger are enemies. Therefore, death comes from the tiger, he explained. You may think that the crown prince Jung Jung Bahadur was thrown into a quack when he heard the word tiger. That was exactly what did not happen. As soon as he heard it pronounced, the crown prince too gave a deep growl. Terrifying words emerged from his lips. Let the tiger be aware. This account is not only a rumor live in Pratimbapuram, but with the higher side, we may conclude it was based on some truth. Crown Prince Jungjung Bahadur grew taller and stronger day by day. No other miracle marked his childhood days apart from the event already described. The boy drank the milk of an English cow and brought up by an English nanny, taught by English and Englishman, saw nothing but English films, exactly as the crown prince of all other Indian states did. When he came the age of 20, the state which had been with the court of war until then came into his hand. But everyone in the kingdom remembered the astrologer prediction. May continued to discuss matters slowly. Slowly it came to the Maharaja's ear. They were in Rival Forest and the Pratibandhampuram state. They had tigers in them. The Maharaja knew the old saying, "You may kill even a cow in self-defense." There could be certainly no objection to killing tigers in self-defense. The Maharaja started out to a tiger hunt. The Maharaja was thrilled beyond the measure when he killed his first tiger. He sent off for the state of astrologer and showed him the dead beast. "What do you say now?" he demanded. "Your Majesty may kill the 99 tiger in exactly the same manner, but the astrologist told, "But what? Spear without fear. But you may be very careful with the 100 tiger. What if the 100 tiger were also killed? Then I'll tear up all my books in astrology, set the fire in them, and I shall cut off my tuft and crop my hair short and become an insurance agent." The astrologer finished on an incoherent note. From that day onwards, it was a celebration time for all the tigers inhabiting Parthimbandampuram. The state banned tiger hunting by anyone except the Maharaja. A proclamation was issued to the effect that if anyone dared to feeling so much as soon as at a tiger, all his wealth and property would be confiscated. The Maharaja vowed he would attend all the matters only after killing the 100 tigers. Initially, the king seemed set and realized his ambition. Not that he faced no danger. There were times when the bullet missed the mark, the tiger leapt upon him, and he fought the beast with his bare hands. Each time, it was the Maharaja who won. At another time, he was in danger of losing his throne. A high ranking British officer visited Pratibandhampuram. He was very fond of tiger hunting, fond of being photographed with the tiger he had shot. As usual, he wished to hunt the tigers in Pratibandhampuram, but the Maharaja was firm to his resolve. He refused permission. "I can organize any other hunt. You may go on a boar hunt, you may conduct a mouse hunt. We are ready for a mosquito hunt, but tiger hunt? That's impossible." The British officer secretary sent word to the Maharajas through the Diwan that the Durai himself did not have to kill the tiger. The Maharajas could do the actual killing. What was important that the Durai was a photograph of himself holding the gun and standing over the tiger's carcass. But the Maharajas would not agree even with this proposal. If he relented now, what would do? Other British officers turned up for the tiger hunts. Because he prevented British officers from fulfilling his desires, the Maharaja stood in danger of losing his kingdom itself. The Maharaja and the Diwan held a deliberation over this issue. As a result, a telegram was dispatched forthwith to the famous British Company of Jewelers in Calcutta. Send the samples of the expensive diamond of different design. Some 50 rings arrived. The Maharaja sent the whole lot to British officers, good lady. The king and the minister expected the Duraisani to choose one or two rings and send them the rest back. Within no time at all, the Dusani sent her reply, "Thank you very much for your gift." In 2 days, the bill of 3 lakh rupees came from the British jewelers. The Maharajas was happy that though he had lost 3 lakhs, he had managed to retain his kingdom. The Maharaja's tiger hunt continued to be highly successful. Within 10 years, he was able to kill 70 tigers, and then an unforeseen hurdle brought his mansion to a standstill. The tiger population became extinct in the forest of Pratibandhapuram. Who knew whether the tiger practiced birth control or committed harakiri, or simply they ran away from the state they desired to be shot by British hands alone? One day, Maharaja sent for the Diwan. Diwan Sahib, aren't you aware the fact that the 30 tiger still remains to be shot by this gun of mine? He asked, brandishing his gun. Shuddering at the sight of the gun, the Divan cried out, Your Majesty, I am not a tiger. Which idiot would call you a tiger? No, I am not a gun. Or you the neither tiger nor gun, Divan Sahib. I summoned you here for the different purpose. I have decided to get married. The Divan began to babble even more. Her Majesty, I have two wives, and if I marry you, don't talk nonsense. Why would I marry you? What I want in is a tiger. Our Majesty, please think it over. Our ancestors were married to the sword. If you like to marry the gun, that a tiger king is more enough in the state. It doesn't need a tiger queen as well. The Maharaja gave a loud crack of laughter. I am not thinking of marrying either of the tiger or gun, but a girl from the ranks of human beings. First, you may draw the statistic of the tiger population in the different native states. Next, you may investigate if there is a girl I can marry in the royal family of the state of the large population. The Divan followed his orders and found the right girl from the state which is being possessed a large number of tigers. Maharaja Jung Jung Bahadur killed 5 to 6 tigers each time he visited his father-in-law. In this manner, 99 tiger skin adorned the walls and the reception hall in the Pratimbanpuram place. The Maharaja's anxiety reached a fever pitch when he remained just one tiger to achieve his tally of 100. He had this thought during the day and the same dream at the night. By this time, the tiger farm had run dry, even in his father's in law kingdom. It is because it became impossible to locate tiger anywhere, yet only one or more needed. It could kill just the one single beast. The Maharajas would have no fear left. He could give up the tigers hunting altogether, but he had to be extremely careful with the last tiger. What had the late chief astrologer said? Even after killing the 99 tigers, the Maharaja was aware of the 100 tiger. True enough, the tiger was a savage beast after all. One had to be wary of it, but where was the 100 tiger to be seen? It is easier to find the tiger's myth than the live tiger. Thus the Maharajas was sank in gloom, but soon came the happy news which dispelled the gloom in his own state. Sheep began to disappear frequently from the hillside village. It was the first ascent that this was not the work of the Khadir Mahib Sahib of the Virasami Neckar from the both farm for their ability to swallow sheep whole. Surely the tiger at the work. The village ran to reform the Maharaja. The Maharaja announced the 3 year exemption from the taxes for the village and set out on the hunt at once. The tiger was not easily found. It seemed as it had the wantonly hide itself to under the broad Maharaja's will. The Maharaja was equally determined. He refused to leave the forest until the tiger was found. As the days passed, the Maharaja's fury and uh, obstinacy amounted alarmingly. Many officers lost their jobs. One day, when his rage was at its height, the Maharajas called the Diwan and ordered him to double the land tax of the 4/5. The people will become dis- discontented. Then our state will fall a prey of the Indian National Congress. In that case, you may resign from your post," said the king. The Divan went home convinced that if the Maharajas did not find the tiger soon, the result can be catastrophic. He left. He felt life turning to him only when he saw the tiger which had been brought from the People's Park in Madras and kept hidden in his house. At midnight, when the town slept in peace, the Diwan and his aged wife dragged the tiger to the car and shoved it into the seat. The Diwan himself drove the car straight to the forest where Maharajas were hunting. When they reached the forest, the tiger launched its tiger and refused to get out of the car. The Diwan was thoroughly exhausted in his effort to haul the beast out of the car and push it to the ground. On the following day, the same old tiger wandered into the Maharaja's presence and stood as if humble supplication. Master, what to do? Command of me. It was the bounded joy that the Maharajas took carefully aim at the beast. The tiger fell in crumpled heap. I have killed the 100 tigers. My woe has been fulfilled. The Maharajas were overcome with elation, ordering the tiger to be brought to the capital of the Grand Protection. The Maharajas hastened away in his car. The Maharajas left. The tiger hunters went to take a closer look at the tiger. The tiger looked back from the rolling eyes in the basement. The man realized that the tiger was not dead. The bullet had missed it. It had fainted for the shock of the bullet whizzing past. The hunters wondered that they should do. They decided that the Maharajas must not know that he missed the target. If he did, they could lose their jobs. Once the hunters took the aim at a distance 1 foot and shot the tiger. This time the tiger uh, he killed it without the missing his mark. Then Then he commanded by the king that dead tiger was taken in the procession through the town and buried. A tomb was erected over it. A few days later, Maharaja's son's third birthday was celebrated until the Maharajas had given his entire mind over the tiger hunting. He had no time to spare of the crown prince, but now the king turned his attention to the child. He wished to give him some special gift on his birthday. He went to the shopping center and the Pratibandhampuram and searched every shop but couldn't find anything suitable. Finally, he spotted a wooden tiger in a toy shop and decided it was the perfect gift. The wooden tiger cost only 2 annas and 1 1/4, but the shopkeeper knew that if he quoted such a low price to the Maharaja, he would punish under the rules of the emergency. So he said, Your Majesty, this is an extremely rare example of craftsmanship. A bargain at 300 rupees. Very good. Let this be your offering to the crown prince of his birthday, said the king, and he took away with him. On that, the father and son played with the tiny little wooden tiger. It had been carved by an unskilled carpenter. Its surface was rough, tiny silver and wood stew up in the coals or over it. One of those silver pierced the Maharaja's right hand. He pulled out with the left hand and continued to play with the prince. Next day, infection flared in the Maharaja's right hand. In 4 days, it developed a sprouting sore and which spread all over the arm. The three famous surgeons were brought into the Madras after holding the consulting and deciding to operate. The operation took place. The three surgeons well performed. It came out to the threat and announced the operation was successful. The Maharaja is dead. In this manner, the Tiger King in this manner, the 100 Tiger took its final revenge upon the Tiger King.